Hey Leo, how you doing? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're really well. I know I had to take a little time for myself, but I'm back. I'm back in the building. So before we even get into your reading, I just have to tell you, prior to cutting on this camera, just going through your energy, I do feel kind of like this heaviness, maybe like a burden that you're having to deal with, whether this is something that is internalized or something that's psychological, or maybe there's a life circumstance that you're going through. And I normally don't do this in my readings. I don't. But I have the desire to do like pull a card really quick before we get into our main reading. So Leo, if you have a question, it could be about anything. It could be about this energy that I'm feeling. It could be about something that you're going through. Yes or no question, whether you write the question in the comments or you keep it to yourself. And I just want to pull an answer for that, whatever is on your mind here. So spirit guides, angels, ancestors, can you let me know for my Leos in regards to a yes or no answer for whatever their question may be for my Leos? Wow. So we get unclear. So whatever that question is, that's between you and spirit. But if I was to give you my interpretation of that, right now may not be the time to receive the answer that you're seeking. Right now, you may have to still kind of go through some of the experiences at hand before the answer is revealed to you. So you may be in a state of purgatory or waiting for an answer or still feeling unclear about something. Things will eventually clear up, right? You're not going to stay in this hazy fog of uncertainty forever. So that is a good thing. But maybe right now is just not the time to really have that answer presented to you. So let's get into your actual reading though. So we are in the month of November. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors for my Leos. What is it that they need to know? Okay, what we got? We got the Four of Wands. If it'll focus. Yeah, we got the Four of Wands. We have the Chariot in the reverse. What else does Leo need to know at this time, Spirit? We have the Three of Swords in the reverse. What else? Tell me more for Leo. Tell me more for Leo. Four of Cups in the reverse. And last one. Five of Wands in the reverse. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Hazards, which is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Do you want me to go there or do you want me to go there? That's the real question. Do you want me to go there or do you want me to go there? Because I can keep it light, little seasoning on this, or I could put the whole thing of Laurie's on this. If we just gonna go there, go there. This is like throwing the whole kitchen table out the window. Throw the whole kitchen sink out the window. This is like having to, I don't want to say start over. I think that may be a little severe here. But this reminds me of an attachment, a codependency, or holding on to something in our lives that has worn its expiration date, has worn past its time, and that just really needs to be relinquished, right? And I know we hear that often in tarot readings of, okay, well, you got to let this go you got to let this go. But this goes a little bit deeper than that. That's why I said, if you want to go there, we can go there, Leo, or we can just go there. Because if we're going to go there, it's not just about letting something go. It's not just about scorching the earth and starting over and starting new so that way you can have what it is you want. This is all about a total, I don't want to say identity crisis, but this is like reinventing who you are to the T. Reinventing, because the Four of Wands is all about our infrastructure in our lives, right? It's all about stability and stabilizing our life so that way we feel comfortable. We have all the necessities of the things that we need, but not just that, the things we want and the things that we desire. But there's a lot of blocked energy. And I wonder if, when I go back to the beginning of this reading of that weight that I was picking up, the weight that I was feeling, if there is something here that is making you feel like you're in purgatory or making you feel stuck, whether it's just an energetic weight, right? Maybe life is okay, but we just have this weird energy that's attached to us that's making us feel kind of down. Whether it is actual circumstances like our finances, like our relationships, our job, our career, or even our life path and purpose that we feel very uncertain or unclear about, or what should we do, what should we not do, how should we maneuver, how should we not maneuver, that is putting us in this space of like, I can't move forward, but I can't move back. And then I also think about maybe in your past experiences when we may have taken 10 steps forward, we felt like we had to take 15 steps back when we try to take the steps forward. So it almost in our minds kind of put like this psychological block there, like, okay, well, damn if I do, damn if I don't. If I try it, maybe it'll work out. But then remember in my past when I've tried it and this has happened, there's something here that's like, you can't move forward, you can't move back. And I think that's what's so dynamic about this energy. But if we gonna go there, kind of want to title this video that, if we gonna go there, but if, no, sincerely though, Leo, if we are going to go there, this is about you being in this, and this ain't gonna be for everybody. Let me get that out the way now, right? So I don't have to waste your time. This will not be for everybody because everybody's not going to be in a stage of their life where they're having to struggle with their identity when it comes to their path, their purpose, whether it's through a career, relationship, finances, whether it is through their family and their relationships, whether it is through their own sense of self, soul, and soul purpose. Not everybody is in this phase. But for the person that I am talking to, that I am speaking to, you have a clear understanding that this almost feels kind of like a weird identity crisis. I want to be careful with saying that, because that's what this reminds me of. It's like we're holding on, whether it's mentally or psychologically, to what hasn't worked out. We know we don't want that. We know we need to let that go. But how do we get to where we need to be? And do we have faith and do we have confidence in our trust within our own self that we can get ourselves there? It's like we can say it and feel that we know we can, but are we really trusting that process? It's like you're walking a thin line here, Leo. And you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the Viola Davises of the world, the Tyler Perrys of the world. This reminds me of like the Stan Lees, the Vera Wangs. This reminds me of like the Martha Stewarts, the Julia Childs, the Samuel Jacksons, the people that maybe in the first half of their life, they had to struggle. They had to go through certain circumstances that were not favorable to them. But in that second half of their life, they accomplished what it is that they desired. They got to the other side. They were able to have either those successful careers, those successful relationships, being able to really step into their purpose and in their path, being able to make the finances that they want. But when they were going through the first portion or first half of their life, they didn't expect the outcome that they were going to get, but they knew that they couldn't give up on themselves, despite not having a clear path of how they were going to get there, while they were going through the mud, while they were going through circumstances that felt like it was prohibiting them from getting the outcomes that they truly wanted. That's what this reminds me of when I bring it back to you, whoever you are. That's what this takes me back to, because it's almost like we're in a stage of our life where we are struggling with our identity. I don't know if some of you midlife crisis, maybe some of you are just at a certain stage or age in your life where we thought we had it, or we at least thought we knew the picture of how life was going to shape out for us, and then things started going awry, or maybe we felt like we've been constantly been given hurdles on top of hurdles on top of hurdles, and it's like, when am I going to see the light of day? And it's the reason why I feel like Spirit is bringing up these people that you can actually reference in real time, because it's like, if it's already been done by others, why the hell not? It can't be done by you. If these people had to go through dire circumstances and situations just as bad as you, if not even worse, why can't you get there? And you can, and you will. And that's the thing. What the fuck? I hope I make sense. I hope I'm making sense. I genuinely hope I'm making sense. I really do. But that's what this is like highlighting to me for you. It's these point of references, because we're in a stage of our life of needing to rebrand. And that's where I go back to throwing out the kitchen table, throwing out the kitchen sink. It's like, I don't want to say fully scorched the earth, you know, you still got to live, you still got responsibilities. But it's like, what you thought you knew, how you thought and processed things, how you thought things should be, throw that shit out the window. Throw it out the motherfucking, excuse my language. Sorry. I'm caught up in energy. Throw it out the window. Throw it out the window. This is asking you for a total rebrand, a rebrand of identity, a rebrand of beliefs, a rebrand of who you are. That job ain't working out for you? Toss it out the window. You're going to have to find something else, baby. That relationship, it ain't working. When you don't have clarity, that's your answer. Toss that out the window. If you feel like you're not going to find that love, or maybe you feel like you're not going to get married again, or if you feel like that your finances is not, it's having to rebrand not just your identity, but your beliefs, the way you're processing things. But it's like Spirit is asking you to look at people who have done it before you, these point of references. It's like Spirit's trying to show you through others who have done it that you can do it too. But again, I go back to this being caught in purgatory. It's like, okay, Mariah, I hear you, I get you, I feel you, but my reality, it ain't as easy as said as it is done. And I totally get that. I totally get we have circumstances and situations that really keep us in a gridlock, that really keep us in analysis paralysis, that really keeps us feeling heavy, whether it's losses of loved ones, whether it is our finance, especially in this economy, whether it is, matters of the heart, our livelihood, our own personal stability. I truly get that. But I also get that those are only temporary obstacles. That's not the entirety of what you're going to have to deal with throughout the rest of your life. So it's the matter of understanding that, but changing that perspective and belief as Spirit is trying to show you, not only through others, but really trying to help you develop that trust within yourself, to trust yourself, to be able to trust that you can pull yourself up out of this, whatever it may be, that, again, that weird purgatory feeling. And a lot of times we feel stuck, gridlock, lost, uncertain, and unclear is when we don't have solutions. When we don't have solutions, when we don't have answers, when we don't have an understanding of how to maneuver, we are stuck in a gridlock. Sometimes those answers will come to us by a way of time. Sometimes time will just reveal when it needs to in its appropriate time. And other times it's based upon our actions of trying to go seek those answers. But the thing I like the most about this for you, Leo, just energetically feeling this, is that if I come back to focus on the cards, because I didn't mean to go kind of off to the side right there a little bit, I'm sorry. But if I was to come back and focus it on these cards, we got the Four of Wands here. This is that stability. And mind you, every single card here is in the reverse, except for the Four of Wands. The stability, the infrastructure, the ability to have what it is that you want, you need, you desire. And being able to cement that, being able to put that in concrete, being able to build that life, that house and home that you will call your world, that you will reside in. You get to be the architect of that. And it's like Spirit is asking you to not only trust the process, which I know we can get tired of hearing that, me personally too, I get it, but also more importantly, trust yourself. Trust yourself that you can build that house and home, which is your life, the world that you will reside in, that will look exactly the way that you want it to. And if you feel like you are not seeing that, or if you don't feel like that's going to happen, that's why I got those references of those people. Look at others that have done it before you. Look at others that have done it in a way that is so unbelievable that even they probably didn't think they would amass the amount of what they had. This is like Spirit trying to show you, Leo, you will overcome. I don't know what this heaviness is though. It's past tense, but it's still in the present moment. So whether this is something we could have dealt with in our recent past, that whether it's a week ago, a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, or a distant past, right? Years ago, maybe decades ago, it's still in your present. And I love seeing the Four of Cups in reverse, because this is not your reality. Even though our perception becomes our reality, that isn't your true reality. And that's what Spirit's trying to trust you. I'm gonna just wrap this up. I promise you, I kid you not. I know sometimes I come on here and be like, I sound crazy. I just leave it all on the camera. This is, there we go, Leo. I hope that makes sense. Know that I love you. I'm not gonna keep talking your ear off, but know that I love you. But this is all about a rebrand in all ways, in all different aspects of your life. I think it's time, especially with us moving into the new year. I think there's no better time than today. Totally. Reinvent yourself, rebrand. I don't care how old you are. You could be 80. Get that rebrand going. You could be 20. Start that rebrand. But you gotta, it's requiring you to do so, to further yourself, to get this weird energy up off you or out of your parameter or situation, but to also further continue to build upon the house, which is your world that you are going to live in, that you are the architect of, and the design that you want for your life. That Spirit's telling you, start that shit now. Excuse me. Keep going. I'm gone. I love you, Leo. Let me just go. Bye.